Solidarity, comrades, and today I want to talk about Lenin's theory on labor aristocracy and why third worldism, which gets a lot of hate because of people like Jason Unruh and the LLCO, is not a new idea. Now, Vladimir Lenin first mentioned the labor aristocracy in his work, Imperialism, the Highest Form of Capitalism, which is a very essential work, and I recommend everyone read that because that is what a lot of our dialectical contradiction to building socialism in the world is based off of that very work. Essentially, the idea is that the labor aristocracy are the workers of the imperialist nations benefit so much from the spoils of imperialism from the bourgeois state that their wages are so much higher that they have literally more to lose than their chains. Like Marx said at the end of the manifesto, you have nothing to lose but your chains. Well, the workers of the imperialist nations do have more to lose than their chains because they benefit so much from the bourgeois state's imperialist acts. Now, this is what Lenin wrote about in his theory on imperialism. This is not a new idea. And Enver Hoxha also said that this labor aristocracy could lead to revisionism amongst communist parties within the imperialist nations, making them impotent or even social democrats or just another political wing of the bourgeois state. But what I wanted to finish off is that third worldism does get a lot of hate because of certain users, certain people, and the way that they see it as their special snowflake idea. It's not a new idea. It is just, if you use a dialectical analysis of contradiction on imperialism in the world, you'll come to the same conclusion that Lenin did, only on a different global imperialist scale. For example, the workers of the United States, for example, have more to lose than their change, so they will not do revolution, and that's what third worldists say, and that's what Lenin would agree with too. But if we crush the imperialist powers, the imperialist state, we weaken the imperialist powers across the world, Western Europe and North America, and we finally end this imperialist power, then the contradiction to socialism is destroyed, and then we have the power to build socialism and do revolution in the first world countries, in the imperialist nations. See, third worldists say that the workers of the first world will not do revolution. And many people get angry at this, and they automatically assume that they're being, slandered, saying that you're not a real do-nothing communist, stuff like that. No, that's not what they're saying. What they're saying is that as long as imperialism exists in the first world, then the workers, the labor aristocracy, will not do revolution. And that is pretty much what I wanted to talk about. Pretty short video, Lenin's theory of labor aristocracy and the benefit of the workers of the imperialist nations not wanting to do revolution because of because they have more to lose than their chains. I will make one exception, that there are small minorities of people, oppressed peoples within imperialist nations, that like disabled people, mentally and physically disabled people, the LGBT community, the racial minorities, the indigenous peoples and settler nations, people like that do have revolutionary potential, but they're just too few. They're in the minority. They're being oppressed by a large, powerful imperialist bourgeois state. So, in order for the labor aristocracy to stop existing and for all the workers of the world, of the imperialist world, to do revolution, we have to crush imperialism. Now, I will thank you all for watching this video, and excuse me for my nervousness. You know, it's not, GAD isn't a very fun disease, but mental disease. But anyway, have a wonderful day, and solidarity.